There's a poor soul, no shoes, no socks, and he's homeless. And these fine officers told me he couldn't stand right there. How you doing, Sergeant?
Good.
All right.
Talk over here and chat?
Sure.
How we doing tonight?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good. What are we out doing?
Cop watching.
Okay. All right. What was your deal in Clackamas County you were telling me about earlier?
Oh, we went out, Rasmussen, of course, ran his mouth, and we told him we'd do a home visit. And he said, come on over, I got something for you. So we went over to his house.
Okay. And what happened over there?
Basically rang the doorbell, knocked on the door. Baby cried. No one answered, so we left. And when we left, the lady came out, was standing there looking at us on the phone, so I stopped so she can get the license plate.
Who's they?
No, the lady.
Oh, the lady. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we stopped so she could get the license plate. I wouldn't want them to stop every Prius out there, right? And we stopped long enough for her to get the license plate. Then we left, and we switched over to Clackamas, and we heard them all the way through the radio, the address where they were going to. One of the officers I seen going by, he goes, we just passed them. I just passed them. I'm on my way back.
So let me ask you this: what is your goal of going up to an officer's house and ringing the doorbell?
We've informed this officer several times that what he likes to say to me is offensive, is dangerous.
What is he saying to you that's offensive and dangerous?
He's calling me a sex offender. He goes, hey, sex offender Bob, hey, sex offender Bob. He's did it in front of gang members. He's did it in front of, every time he sees me. And it's dangerous. He knows that, and I know it. He knows that one of these times someone might just decide that they're going to come up and sock me in my head, and then...
So let me ask you this. You don't like people saying that to you. What is your goal of going to his actual house to solve that problem? Why wouldn't you come to the police station and talk to somebody, talk to one of his supervisors?
Oh, I have, several times.
Okay. But you see where going to his house is not going to accomplish anything. It's just going to make things worse.
Uh-huh.
It puts everybody in a kind of a weird position.
Right.
You're actually going to somebody's house.
Mm-hmm.
What are we trying to accomplish when we go to his house? You never did answer that.
What we're basically doing is letting him know that we know where he lives, and if he continues to do it, we'll protest in front of his house.
Okay, so your idea is to let him know that you're going to protest. My glasses are fogging.
Yeah.
You're going to protest in front of his house.
Yep.
Okay, because of what he says.
Right.
Okay. Again, do you think that's going to accomplish anything?
Yep. Yeah.
What?
What?
What will it accomplish?
It will accomplish him deciding not to call me names.
Okay.
You know, that's the best I can do. I mean, I can't go, hey, let's go into a boxing match. That's threatening a police officer. I can't sit there and say, hey, cut it out.
Why
Because
can't you say that?
I've said that several times, like a broken record. I've had Gresham officers that I know that went up and talked to him and said, hey, cut that out. That's not cool. And he still does it. You know, he's like, yeah, it's my right. So, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I just don't think that going to his house is going to accomplish anything. I think that going to the police station and trying to talk to somebody, one of his supervisors, is probably the best route.
Oh, I did that before.
When did you do that?
I did that about 8 months ago and about 6 months ago.
And what was the results of that? What were you told?
He has a right to say that. So,
well, he does. It's not like protected information, right? It's public information. If somebody is a registered...
His intent, he does it purposely in front of people. He repeats it like maybe 30 times on his video.
Gotcha.
Purposely have the people confront him like that's just how he is.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
It ain't just like you know. I don't even want to talk about real life.
Yeah, I mean, there's been cop watchers that literally cut off their live feed. There's cop watchers that's literally erase their stuff because it takes so much time to edit after we get done with them. Or you just load it like that and let people get on the internet and say, hey, I'm going to blow your house up. I'm going to kill you and your kids. I'm going to kill you and your wife.
To who?
You know, to me.
Somebody has said that to you?
Yeah, on the internet several times.
All right, well, I just wanted to figure out why it is that you guys feel the need to go to an officer's house and confront them there. I personally don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to have a difference of opinion there.
Down over here.
Intent.
Yeah.
He keeps doing it purposely, repeating it loudly in front of other people, random people that were involved in violent shit.
Yeah, down over.
So if he's going to keep doing it, we're literally going to keep protesting every time.
Yeah, down here they had a group of Southerners, Serenios pulled over, and they're questioning them. And I'm walking up with my camera, and he goes, "Hey, sex offender Bob," and that's dangerous because the Serenios have a green light on all sex offenders. So they think I'm a sex offender, they're going to come at me, right? Because
you know how to prevent that from happening. Don't walk up on the police officers when they're in the middle of something. I know that that's your right to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you that's part of the situation.
Okay.
You're putting yourself in a position, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's also a situation that it's the First Amendment.
Of course it is.
To be able to film the police.
Of course
Okay.
it is.
No police officer should put anyone's life in danger.
And nobody's saying that it's not your right to do what you're doing. To a certain extent, you like to push the envelope sometimes. I've been there when you've done that, right?
Yeah.
Try and push your way into crime scenes and stuff like that and see what you can get away with. That's fine. Get up to that line and see if you can step over it a couple times, right? You've done that. You've done that. Okay. So, do you think that it would solve the problem? Is he the only officer that says that to you?
He's the only officer.
Okay, do you think it would solve the problem if when he's on a call, you just don't go to his call?
We don't know what calls he's on. We don't.
Bob, listen to me.
We do not know what calls he's on. Seriously.
This is my first night on the
I
job.
understand.
When you pull up and see him,
Yeah.
I guess I'll go to another call.
Well, that's where the problem exists.
Well, when you pull up, Bob, and you see that it's Officer Rasmussen, shouldn't you, let's not stop here, let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, I do that too.
You listen to a scanner, you know what his call number is.
No, I don't.
Bob, come on.
I don't.
Come on.
I don't.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm just saying, you could prevent this by go on my stops. I don't care. Go on my calls.
If I knew what call number he was on, right, what his call number was, I would be there right now to rub this in his face. You know that as well as I do.
You probably would.
Because by now, I'm home. My dad wants me home at dark because he's afraid of COVID, right? The only reason I'm out here in Gresham right now is so I can rub it in Rasmussen's face. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Rub what in his face?
The fact that I went to his house. I'm going to sit there and say, you invited me out there. You said, come on out. You got something for me?
Yeah, he's not on right now.
Okay, he was on earlier.
Well, yeah, but we don't work. We're not firemen. We don't work 24-hour shifts, right?
No.
we do go home after our shift is over.
Right.
Well, listen, I don't know that we accomplished much here, but I think it's important that you at least got to hear my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
That I just don't think it's healthy for anybody for you to be going to any officer's house and knocking on their door.
I mean, we did it to Portland several times. There's been several officers that we've knocked on their door.
I've seen some of your videos.
But the thing is Rasmussen's been something special. I wanted to get him for a while.
Are you recording, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured you were.
I've been wanting to do a home visit on him for a while, right? All the other cop watchers are, no, he's just running his mouth. He's just running his mouth. Finally, there's a cop watch that sat out there and said, hey, I'm tired of it. you know, and
So let me ask you one last question.
Huh.
When you went there and knocked on his house today, what if he was there and he would have answered the door? What were you going to? What was going to be the goal there? If he had answered the door and said, "Hello, how are you?"
I knew he wasn't.
So you went there knowing that he was not there.
Right.
So did you go there to like intimidate his wife or scare his wife? Or
No.
then why would you go there if you knew he wasn't there?
Why?
Yes.
Because he said he had something for me.
Okay.
Okay. So I figured that if I went there and he was there, he
You
could.
just told me you knew he wasn't there.
Right. I'm just saying if he was there.
But you just told me you knew he wasn't there.
Right. Okay.
Well, I'd be done talking to you.
Okay. But yeah, but basically, no, I knew he wasn't there because we just seen him on a call, and you know, for him he'd have to check in and stuff like that, and then race over there.
Okay, but what if he was there? What were we going to do? Was it just a hey, I know where you live, I'm
Exactly.
here, or
Exactly. You invited me here. I'm here.
okay.
You know, you said come over. I got something for you, so I came over.
Okay. All right.
You know, I'm not gonna harm him. I'm not gonna harm his wife. Us cop watchers are not supposed to be out committing violence. We're
Well, nobody's supposed to be out
yeah,
committing violence,
but
right?
but we're not. You know,
Normal
so
human behavior is
yeah,
not committing
so
violence.
you know, when someone says something to us, we generally ignore it, just like you guys do. So yeah, no, our intent is never to assault an officer on or off duty. You know, and if an officer's hurt, you know, I'm going to help him out. You know, but
Well,
you know, there has to be something that we can do, and when going through the chain of command doesn't work, then there has to be another way of doing it.
well, again, and I know that you and I are going to disagree on this, but going to somebody's house is not how we're going to resolve this problem.
Okay.
So I would ask that you don't go back to his house. Okay? I'm just asking you as a courtesy.
Yeah.
Don't go back to his house. There's really no reason to go there. He already knows now you know where he lives. So he doesn't have anything for you.
Yeah. If he keeps talking, we're gonna wind up going out there with protest signs and bullhorns,
Okay.
like what we do to Portland.
Right.
You know, you've
Well-
seen that too, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course. But listen, I would just ask that you leave our officers alone. Okay. If you want to come by our stops, whatever, you film your stuff, do your thing, post it on YouTube. You know, do your thing.
Yeah.
Just we have boundaries, right? You know that. You've talked to us numerous times.
Yeah.
Just stay within your boundaries and stay out of our boundaries that we ask you. We always ask you politely. So we're trying to be respectful and let you do what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But you have to pay attention to what we're doing and what we're asking of you. And I would just ask you, as a courtesy, don't go to our officers' homes. I just don't think there's anything that can be accomplished by doing it.
If your officers do something and there's no way of resolving the issue, that's something that will come up. You know.
Can I ask you that if you have an issue with one of our officers, any of our officers, come talk to a supervisor and let's see if we can resolve it. I'm just asking you.
I
Don't
would.
go to people's
I would.
houses.
I would.
Okay, Bob?
Yeah. I would love to resolve it through a supervisor, but I've had other officers that I know go up to him and say, "Hey, don't do that. Don't do that." And he's like, "Well, that's my right." I've talked to sergeants, and sergeants go, "Well, that's his right." You know, there's a point where there's no way to resolve something. Okay.
I think we can always continue to try, but I do get what your message, what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get going. I appreciate you talking with me and airing this out so that we can figure out what's going on and what we need to do to correct some problems.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.